Trump is literally not taking office yet. He's still 50-something days before he takes office, but he is winning already. We're going to talk about what just happened with his negotiations with our neighbors. It will blow your mind. Also, we're going to talk about how, because he's winning, there's threats coming against some of the people that he has already decided to put in his cabinet. One of them had a startling comment that I think is huge, and I think it should. It helps us be stronger, and to be honest with you, in a time when we have weak congressmen and weak senators, it makes me say, you know what, there is still goodness. On this Thanksgiving, I'm thankful for how the outcome of the election came on, because this, I think, benefits us as a whole. We're also going to discuss a crazy picture that I received from my email. One of our viewers said, "You're not going to believe what is happening right here. I want you to look at this, how amazing it is." And we're going to talk about that. What is all those people doing? Are they rioting? Are they protesting? It'll blow your mind. And then we're going to discuss the winning with Walmart. You know, Walmart was one of the biggest supporters of Trump. People don't talk about that. But you know, while we dogged them out, they actually helped fund a lot of his campaign. We're going to talk about a policy that they just implemented. Again, it's called #winning. Let's dive in. Hey guys, welcome to the Max. Thank you so very much for being here today. I'm thankful for you. I can't begin to tell you how thankful I am for this channel and for you watching each and every day. I'm humbled, literally humbled, each and every day that you comment and that you allow me to be part of your life and part of your family. It's Thanksgiving. Spend time with your family today. I do hope that you'll tune into this video. It's a phenomenal video. It's about winning. Yes, there's some things going on in the world, but along with a great email that I received, some good news from Walmart, and also some winning from Trump, we're going to talk about all that today. If you are new to the channel, please go down here, subscribe. Our goal is to give you information that is thought-provoking, that gives us a wiser outlook on the world that we live in, because it is crazy. It's not about fear. It's about understanding what real is and understanding what's going on, not putting our heads in the sand and being ready for it. Let's dive into these stories. First, let's talk about Walmart. Walmart just came out and said they are getting rid of the DEI program. Now, there's been some misconstruement with Walmart. Walmart came out a few weeks ago as a spokesman said that, you know, the tariffs could cause some problems, could make prices go up. Well, remember, tariffs are part of a negotiation. We're going to talk about what I mean by that when I say tariffs are part of negotiation. But he says, you know, if we're buying so much stuff from overseas and there's tariffs, it could cost us more. Well, we're going to debunk that. But next, Walmart says, you know what? We've realized this DEI push, this pendulum swinging to this woke ideology is not actually helping us. We're not hiring the right people. So now we're going to do what we call MEI, merit-based equity and inclusion, meaning you earn it. It's not about what color we are. It's not about who we are. It's not about, you know, what we look like. It's about the work that we put in. That's what I do at my job, and when it comes to anything else that we should be doing in America. Merit-based, meaning we earn it. It is something that we push for, we strive for. The raises that we get, or the promotions that we get, or the sales that we get, or how good we've done with our job. All that should be merit-based and not someone just giving it to us. When we have to earn it, it changes the whole perspective. It makes us more thankful. It's like this farm. This farm is not going to run itself. It takes me helping it run. And therefore, it benefits us because we are merit-based, meaning I'm trying my hardest to do what I can here, and the reward is it provides us food. It provides us sustainability. Regenerative ag is giving us better quality grounds to grow our food in, because we earned it. No one's doing it for us. We don't have a bunch of people out here working. We don't have a bunch of fertilizers out here trying to do it. We're doing it ourselves. It's merit-based. So I like how Walmart is saying, let's change this. There's a lot of other companies waking up to that too. Go back and look at the list of campaign contributions from bigger companies. It would surprise you how many actually backed Trump. And I think, again, I want you to support mom and pops. I want you to support your local businesses. But some of these big box stores like Home Depot and Walmart, they actually were major proponents of Trump and his policies when there were so many other companies standing against him. So be wary of those things. I'm not justifying buying from big box stores. I'm saying pay attention to actually some of these policies, because I love to see the pendulum is swinging And when the pendulum swings back to normalcy, that's a good thing. And that's what we call a win. Now, this goes right into the Trump wins. And I want to go deep into this before I get to an email that I received. Trump is winning even before we actually have him in the White House. If you remember, a few days ago I mentioned this, that he was going to put a 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico to help with immigration issues, to help with illegal narcotics, and to help with trafficking. Now, that was a far-fetched thing. The media went crazy over it because these are two of our biggest partners. You know what the word was? Justin Trudeau was blindsided by that. Did you see the Mexican president? She came out and she said, well, we're going to come back and we're going to put tariffs on Trump and we're not going to help him do anything. Now, fast forward just a few days. Trudeau came out and said, we will do all we can to stop problems with migration and trafficking on our side, and we want to help work with Trump. The Mexican president had to eat her own words. You know, I don't curse, I don't use foul language, but you know the saying, you mess around and find out, and there's a crass perversion of that. Well, that's exactly what she did. She literally stated this, and I bet you one of her economists or people close to her said, what are you doing? We have no power without U.S. You can't do tariffs. You better listen to what he says. And all of a sudden, guess what she did? She came out and made a major announcement, says she can't wait to work with Trump. And she talked about how she will make sure that the migrant issue is resolved before it even gets to the border. She's going to do her part. Now, that means it's going to be tougher on her because Mexico has a lot of problems with who's in leadership and some of the bad parties there with the cartels. But to hear her have to eat her words, and not trying to be rude to her, but to have to eat her words because she is a liberal and thinking that she can handle Trump. The negotiation happened. Tariffs didn't have to happen. He's not even in the White House, and he won monster victories with our two neighbors. That is what leadership is, strong leadership. It didn't take him going to visit. It didn't take him sending someone. It took him speaking from his home in Florida, and he made policy difference, and he changed it. That is winning. Before we get to the email, one more thing. When someone wins and someone is standing against the evil in this world, things happen. Elise Stefanik, Lee Zeldin, Pete Hegseth, all people that were looked upon as cabinet picks for Trump. Every one of them received major threats this week and on their family. They were swatted. They were worried about some kind of something to blow up their homes. Is that what we want? No, but what it is this is the evil that they have to face. Pete Hegseth came out and said, you know what? I will not be intimidated. Trump wants me to serve and I'm going to serve. That is what, again, leadership and willing to go against the narrative, against the water. It's like the salmon going upstream. No matter how hard it is, he keeps on going and he gets to his prize and he's successful. Well, Trump and his team can do the same thing. When threats of evil came against them, they didn't say, oh, well, we back out. Like a lot of politicians do. A lot of politicians do that. They'll say, oh, well, I got the news, and all of a sudden I realized that I'm going to switch on this issue. I'm going to change. They talk big, but they actually end up walking like someone without a backbone. Well, this is what leadership looks like, is when you have staunch people standing up no matter what it costs, they're willing to stand up for their beliefs, their morals, their values. That is huge. Now, one thing that's scary, because it's going to be law if we don't watch it. Ukraine funding, $24 billion Biden's trying to pass before Trump takes office. And we've talked about this the last few days, but you better talk to your congressman, because guess what? It comes before the Congress. And most of these Republican rhinos and these people in Congress are going to back it just because they'll say it's for safety and security. We need better leadership there, because we have a bunch of weak halflings there that have no backbone. Is it going to be law? That's what it looks like. Looks like they've got the votes to pass it. The question is, can Trump and his people impact enough people even before the election to say this is not what should be happening? We should not be giving our tax dollars to pay for other countries. Pay attention to that bill. Now let's talk about the email I received on this picture. I'm going to end it with this. If you see this picture, now this is a picture. Now this was off of a Polish Twitter feed. Someone emailed to us. And at first I look at it and I'm like, oh man, here we go. Here's another riot. Here's something happening. And this is just me looking at the picture because that's the world we live in. But listen to what it is. This is from This is from a British patriot. It says 300,000 Polish patriots are on the street declaring Poland is a Christian country. Now, when you look at the picture, it literally scares you to death. Makes you think that there's something bad happening. Riots. I mean, look at every time we see cities with fire and burning, it's not usually good things. The world can turn back to a spiritual awakening. You know, we've had great awakenings in the past. And yes, there is so much evil in the world, and that evil is going to keep pushing against us. It may come in the form of woke ideology, it may come in the form of legacy media, it may come in the form of a leader. But ultimately, there's still good in the world. There's still people wanting change and wanting morals and values and wanting a Christian outlook on life. 300,000 people go to the streets in Poland. Now, you can try to look and debunk that. It may be debunked, I don't know. But I think that was a great email. And the person said, this is what winning looks like. This is what winning looks like. Now, that's kind of the point of this video. We cannot take for granted the time and history that we live. We could change the world right now, but it takes us having backbone, being like the salmon going upstream, pushing against the narrative, and ultimately living in a time where we could see a spiritual awakening happening right before our eyes. I want to get to the point where we're in America and we see 300,000 or 400,000 people take to the streets in the name of a Christian nation, in the name of spiritual healing, in the name of forgiveness. You know, 2 Chronicles 7:14, everybody quotes it, but to be honest with you, it talks about Christians there. It doesn't talk about the evil part of the world. It talks about Christians being able to humble themselves and repent. I'm thankful for the time that I live. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for the chance to be able to say, I saw another win by a president that I think could change the world. Not because he's doing something amazing, but that he puts the right people around him and that he's willing to go against the fray. That's amazing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Pay attention to these stories, and more than anything, be thankful. Enjoy time with your family today. There's nothing more special than being with your family and not taking them for granted. There's a story that came out from Breitbart that said people still, in majority, still pray over their meals for Thanksgiving, and they're thankful for what they've been given. Let's bring that time back to where it's not just an article, that it's everyday living here in America. Guys, thank you for watching. God bless.